the Las Vegas Raiders. First of all, Josh, you're a busy guy. I appreciate you stopping by the show. Thank you very much. Let's start with that. Now, I want to ask you, you had a very unique relationship with the greatest football coach of my life and the greatest player of my life. If I said to you today, what is the one thing you're going to take from you and Brady's relationship that you would install with Derek Carr, a lesson perhaps learned from you and Brady all those years, that you could say, Derek, I learned this from the greatest quarterback I saw. I want to make this part of our relationship. Josh, what would that be?
How genuine the relationship was in every aspect between the coach and the player. And I think until you create that bond, until you know each other that well and understand what's important to each other on and off the field, it's really, it's really difficult to create a great bond and a great relationship. And Tom was always so genuine in his care and concern for me, my family. To this day is the same thing. I mean, when he texted me the other day after I was fortunate enough to get the job, it was send my love to Laura and the kids, and that's really the biggest thing I take away from that relationship is the bond that we have and all the work and effort and time and care that went into building it.
You were very upfront. You were authentic. You were vulnerable. You said, I was not ready for Denver. I made mistakes. So you had to kind of rehab yourself. And this is a serious question. Was it your wife? Was it therapy? Where did you go to get, you know what, man? Something about me's got to get better. How did you do that?
Yeah, a very therapeutic thing for me was my time in St. Louis. I had an opportunity to coach for Coach Spagnuolo after the Denver experience, and we didn't have a great season that year, but I spent a lot of time there in the off season by myself. My family hadn't moved there yet, and really tried to do a deep dive into all the things that I did and didn't do, all the decisions that you make, all the processes you put in place, and everything that you can remember about your experience, and really tried to take time to compartmentalize what we did well, what we didn't do well, what I did well, what I didn't do well, what relationships were built the right way, which ones weren't, and just try to take the time to self-assess and be critical of myself. And I know the first reaction is to be bitter and angry and those types of things, but I think that's really a selfish type of an act when, really and truly, you'd still have the job if you did everything the right way. So it was very helpful for me to have that time, a lot of it alone and a lot of it, just in terms of my own thoughts and what I did and didn't do well. And I used a lot of resources. A lot of people reached out. A lot of people were very willing to help me with their time, going back through their experiences. Coach Dungy was very pivotal for me during that time and very helpful. But just trying to listen to everybody, trying to be honest with myself, and then try to figure out how do I need to improve if I'm ever given another opportunity, and what can I do better the next time. 17
or 18 of your 21 years coaching in the Patriots organization, you've worked with Belichick and Dable and Flores and Bill O'Brien and Joe Judge. Just great. I mean, Eric Mangini and you probably bumped shoulders a couple of times. He's a good friend of mine. When Brian Flores filed that lawsuit yesterday, what was your initial emotional reaction to it? Because I thought he was a hell of a coach, and I felt bad for him. I thought when he said humiliated, Josh, I felt bad for him.
Yeah, Brian is a hell of a coach, and he's a hell of a person. And I'm not aware of all the ins and outs of the things that are going on. Obviously, the last couple of days have kind of been a whirlwind for me, but Brian's always he stands up for what he believes in, and he's certainly a guy that everyone in our organization had a tremendous amount of respect and appreciation for. He was a big reason why we won a lot of games when he was with us in New England. He's been a good friend to me for a long time, and certainly has the support of everybody, I'm sure, in terms of what he's doing. But I'm not really as up to speed as maybe I will be, eventually. But he's a good friend.
By the way, I lived in Vegas for 7 years and Connecticut for 10. I will assure you the winters are much more enjoyable.
Yes, my kids were digging out from 2 feet of snow the day I was over here, and it was it was really a different dynamic for sure.
Well, I think you'll love the city. Vegas is a lot of fun. Good luck to you and your family. I'll be at a few Raider games, and congratulations to you, a young coach getting another chance, and you deserve it, and thank you.
Thanks so much, Colin. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.